The Indian National Congress conducted its first session in Bombay from 28th to 31st December 1885 at the initiative of Civil Service Officer Alan Octavian Hume. First session was attended by 72 delegates representing each province in India.
Sir Firoz Shah Mehta, Indian political leader, planner of the municipal charter from Bombay and founder of the English language newspaper Bombay Chronicle. Sir Ferocious Mehta, also known as the Lion of Bombay, a man who was one of the very few who espoused the involvement of Indian in politics. At a time when few Indians had discussed or embraced the idea of total political independence from Britain, he was also responsible for drafting the Bombay Municipal Act of 1872. The extent of Sir Firoz Shah Mehta's influence can be judged by the number of halls, roads, and law colleges named after him. The Firoz Shah Mehta Bhavan and Research Centre at the University of Mumbai at its Kalina campus is an example. The Hanging Gardens in Mumbai, also known as Firoz Shah Mehta Gardens, are terraced gardens perched at the top of Malabar Hill.
At the beginning of the 20th century, Congress's demands became more radical due to the constant opposition from the British government. Different opinions, anger, desperate for freedom for the country, the party split into two different groups, moderates and extremists. Moderates wanted to go against British in a peaceful manner, while extremists wanted to go against British in a violent, forceful manner. But at the end of the day, both shared the same motive. That was to free India from the British Empire.
22nd June 1897, brothers Damodar Hari Safekar and Balakrishna Hari Safekar assassinated a British officer, W.C. Rand, and his military escort lenient arrest at Pune, Maharashtra.
Swarajya is my birthright and I shall have it. These were the words of our great freedom fighter, writer and teacher Lokmanya Gangadhar Tilak. Lokmanya Tilak was born on 23rd July 1856 in a Marathi Hindu family in Ratnagiri. The home of Lokmanya Tilak has now been converted into a small museum and is a popular tourist attraction. This museum is an ideal place for students and history lovers. Lokmanya Tilak obtained his Bachelor of Arts in first class in mathematics from Deccan College of Pune. A marble inscription above a room tells you that it was Tilak's room. Bal Gangadhar Tilak lived in Kesari Vada for a long time and published his famous newspaper Kesari. The paper still operates from the premises. At Kesari Vada and Deccan College, there is an old printing press that once printed the paper when Tilak edited it. There is a gallery of photographs, some details of Tilak's trial, handwritten letters by him. Lokmanya Tilak breathed his last in Mumbai and was cremated at Chowpatty.
Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore as a personality was relevant with his universal ideas. Rabindranath Tagore, unlike most of the other freedom fighters of his time, exposed the depravity of British rule by chronicling all his adversities with British imperialism through poetry and literary works. He believed that literary works as weapons. Rabindranath Tagore was the first non-European to win a Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. Rabindranath Tagore established his school at Shantiniketan and named it Brahmacharya Ashram, which is now known as Visva-Bharati University. There are 8 Tagore museums, 3 in India and 5 in Bangladesh. These are the 3 museums in India: Rabindra Museum in Mangpoo, West Bengal; Rabindra Bhavan Museum in Shantiniketan; Rabindra Bharati Museum in Bari, Kolkata. These are famous for his literary works and artifacts.
This place is where the Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place on 13 April 1919. An acting Brigadier General Reginald Dyer ordered troops of the British Indian Army to fire their rifles into a crowd of unarmed Indian civilians, killing at least 379 people and injuring over 1,200 others. Dyer, convinced a major insurrection could take place, banned all meetings on this day. This notice was not widely disseminated and many villagers gathered in the Bagh to celebrate the festival of Vaisakhi and peacefully protest the arrest and deportation of 2 national leaders, Satyapal and Saifuddin Khichli. Dyer and his troop entered the garden, blocking the main entrance behind them, took up position on a raised bank and with no warning opened fire on the crowd for about 10 minutes until the ammunition supply was almost exhausted.
called Gandhi Mahatma, meaning a great soul Bapu, began his activism as an Indian immigrant in South Africa in the early 19th, and in the years following World War I, he became the leading figure in India's struggle to gain. From a plain folk, Gandhiji rose to become the father of the nation. So there are many places where Gandhiji has visited, stayed, and lived for the freedom struggle. Let's know about them all.
Sabarmati Ashram, which is in Ahmedabad. Interestingly, Sabarmati Ashram has today become a sought after destination for those seeking peace, calm, and space for introspection. So, this Republic Day, get to know more about Gandhiji and learn more about his epic journey to achieve an independent nation.
Porbandar. Porbandar is the birthplace of Mahatma Gandhi. It is situated at the end of Saurashtra in Gujarat and is a picturesque seaport on the Arabian Sea. The prime attraction here is the Kirti Mandir. It is a memorial house kept in memory of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi and Kasturba Gandhi. It is now been converted into a small museum that displays items used by Gandhiji, along with some really old photographs. The museum has a library that has books either written by Gandhiji or relating to his philosophies. Visitors can also enter the ancestral house of Gandhiji through the museum. As you enter the house, you will come across the big paintings of Gandhiji and his wife Kasturba, some of which include the rare black and white pictures of the two sharing lighter moments. It has now been visited by a number of world leaders who still come here to pay their respects.
The Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad was one of the residences of Mahatma Gandhi. It is situated on the banks of Sabarmati River in Ahmedabad. Gandhiji and his wife Kasturba lived here from 1917 to 1930. Gandhiji led the Dandi March from the ashram on March 12, 1930. In recognition of the significant influence that this march had on the Indian independence movement, the Indian government has established the ashram as a national monument. When Gandhiji began his Dandi March, the government seized the ashram. By July 22, 1933, Gandhiji decided to disband the ashram, but the local people decided to preserve it. Gandhiji vowed that he would never return to the ashram until India gained independence. Sadly, he never got a chance as he was assassinated on January 30, 1948, just a few months after India became independent.
Khan Palace was built by Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan in Pune, India. The Aga Khan Palace is a majestic building. The place is closely linked to the Indian freedom movement as it served as a prison for Mahatma Gandhi, his wife Kasturba Gandhi, his secretary Mahadev Desai and Sarojini Naidu. It is also the place where Kasturba Gandhi and Mahadev Desai died. Mahatma Gandhi, his wife Kasturba Gandhi and his secretary Mahadev Desai were interned in the place from 9 August 1942 to 6 May 1944, following the launch of Quit India movement. In 1969, Aga Khan Palace was donated to the Indian people by Aga Khan as a mark of respect to Gandhi and his philosophy. There was a protest held at the statue of Mahatma Gandhi near Pune railway station in July 1999 to protest against the worsening condition of the monument.
Sevagram. Sevagram is a town in state of Maharashtra. It is a place of Mahatma Gandhi's ashram and his residence from 1936 to death in 1948. In 1934, Gandhiji came to Wardha, and in 1936, Gandhiji established his residence in Segaon in outskirts of Wardha, and it was renamed as Sevagram. This ashram employed some Harijans in common kitchen to break the caste barriers. Many important decisions of national matters and movements were taken at Sevagram. In spite of many practical difficulties, Gandhiji decided to settle here. There was no facilities at Sevagram, not even a post or telegram office, and letters used to brought from one. In 1940, Gandhiji decided to rename this village and it was named as Sevagram.
Subhash Chandra Bose was an Indian nationalist who defined patriotism and made him a hero in India. Subhash Chandra Bose is also called a Netaji, is known for his role in India's independence movement. A participant of the non-cooperation movement and a leader of Indian National Congress, he was a part of a more militant wings and known for his advocacy of socialist policy. Janakinath Bhavan, the ancestral house of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, is located at Oriya Bazar in Cuttack city of Orissa. Subhash Chandra Bose was born in this house on 23rd of January in 1897 and spent his early childhood at the Cuttack.
तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आज़ादी दूंगा.
Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's birth anniversary on 23rd January is being observed as Parakram Divas in order to honor and remember his indomitable spirit and selfless service to the nation and to inspire people of the country to act with resilience in the face of adversity.
We have hard work ahead. There is no resting for any one of us till we make redeem our pledge in full, till we make all the people of India what destiny intended them to be. We are citizens of a great country on the verge of bold advance, and we have to live up to that standard. All of us, to whatever religion we may belong, are equally the children of India with equal rights, privileges, and obligations. We cannot encourage communalism or narrow mindedness, for no nation can be great whose people are narrow in thought or in action. To the nations and the peoples of the world, we send greetings and pledge ourselves to cooperate with them in furthering peace, freedom, and democracy. And to India, our much loved motherland, the ancient, the eternal, and the ever new, we pay our reverent homage and we bind ourselves afresh to her service.
The words which we all heard right now from the famous speech Trustworth Dynasty, which was delivered by Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India, to the Constituent Assembly in the Parliament on the eve of India's independence. The movie Mother India was the first official entry of India to Oscars.
In 1969, ISRO was set up. 1971, 1975, India won men hockey.
1998, India conducts 3 underground nuclear tests in Pokhran, including 1 thermonuclear device, and India carries out 2 more nuclear tests at Pokhran. Because of this, United States and Japan imposes economic sanctions on India.